do have one of the questions from Patreon is that if you can tell us, I mean, other than Gaia is a good example, but any positive stories you have witnessed of the children's recoveries, perhaps them learning to trust, to smile, to make friends, learning to walk, they're feeling free and safe.
We let them go only when they feel safe with humanoids, because they are going to be reinserted in societies close to their genomes. We cannot allow them to be reinserted in societies linked to their gray genome, because these beings are not good. So we reinsert them either with the Agaroths or either with humanoid societies. You were asking some anecdotes. Let me think. These children are very curious. They do not know boundaries. Boundaries have not been taught to them, so they need to experience them. It is very difficult to teach boundaries to a child. And even not only children, adults. Adults, adults hybrids are also like children. They have a children mind. So it is the same. So they go everywhere. They do not know about boundaries. They are all under surveillance, but at a certain stage we leave them on their own device, roaming on the station, and sometimes there are funny situations. Oh, there are so many stories. So many stories. I don't have one in mind.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, we gotta get to the other questions. So another question is, would any of us be fit to be their guide, to help them and give them love and hope?
Yes, of course, if you are able to leave your planet. You're not authorized for the moment.
That's right. That's right, because we don't have the facilities nor the language to help them.
Yes, and you're not yet allowed on our outposts.
That's right.
Or you can, but you will never go back to your planet. You can, but we will erase your mind, so what is the point that you come for the experience? You can come and help them, but we have enough more qualified people.
Right.
You are not very qualified unless all you know is to give love, which is excellent, but you do not have any qualifications to deal with these children. And believe me, you need to be qualified. This is very hard, extremely hard.
Thank you. Thank you. You're abundant. Thank you so much for your donation and your question. I will ask your question after I'm done with the Patreon questions. So let's see. How are the hybrid children different compared to the Terran children mentally, physically, intellectually, energetically, and spiritually?
Well, physically, it's very obvious. They are a crossbreed between Terran human and some different gray species. So they have different sorts of shapes in between the two species. Visually, they look sometimes close to gray appearance and sometimes close to human appearance. And there's such a variation of their shapes and appearances. Mentally, as I was explaining, they're like newly born. They need to learn everything. Psychologically, they are very vulnerable, extremely vulnerable. Spiritually, they do not have spirituality. They need to learn how to connect with Source. And this comes in time.
Like the rest of the humans on Earth.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right. The next question we have is, did these souls the children underground, did these souls have a specific blood type that the regressives tried to manipulate with?
I didn't understand the word, the name of the species.
All it says is any of the children underground, did these souls have a specific blood type?
These souls. What
These
is this?
souls, these beings, these children?
Oh, these children, yes. Do they have a
Yeah.
specific blood type?
Blood
Different
type
blood.
that the regressives tried to manipulate with.
They have so many different blood types and mixed with the Gray's blood type, so it
doesn't matter.
It
Okay,
is
so the
just
blood
a
type
mess.
doesn't matter.
No.
Okay. Okay, so the children underground, are they being kidnapped off the street, or are they also breeding grounds from women held captive?
Both.
Okay. And which one is more frequent?
Breeding underground.
Okay. All right.
For a genetic experiment, then you know exactly what you are going to get. The ones are freshly abducted serve more for slave trafficking.
Okay. And are these children that are being abducted children that no one would notice that are missing?
No, that is not true.
Okay. No, that was a question if that's the case or not.
People miss them. Your people miss them a lot.
Okay. Okay. So what they're saying is it children, like homeless children, or is it children with families that,
They do not try to know.
Okay.
There are a lot. There have been so many children, especially in poor societies, poor castes of society and countries who haven't a lot of communication.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We already asked that question. They want to thank you.
We all try to find a solution for every one of them.
Yeah, of course. So how do you keep, so we have the dark military, right? The good military and the bad military in the US. So how do you keep the bad military from finding out, from getting to where these children are, I imagine, with the good military?
Oh, that is complicated. They know, everyone knows, and everyone knows we are helping the benevolent factions of your military. There are conflicts. Unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah.
I cannot tell about this.
Right. Okay. All right. So we already asked about this.
But
yeah,
all the military, the most of the military was under orders of a leader who was benevolent and acted for this liberation. But of course, there is an elite, hidden secret for you, elite of military, which has never worked with any leaders and are working with your occupants, Sikar and Myrah. These are the ones we're talking about.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. What technology is involved in removing as many children as quickly as possible from the undergrounds while leading to the lowest loss of life?
We bring the pods to a beaming area. Are brought on ship.
Okay, tell me again, because it kind of broke off.
Those who are in pods are beamed up. They are brought, all the pods are brought, and as well the living hybrids are brought to an area where they are beamed. They are beamed on board a ship, which is in orbit, and this ship brings them on the station.
Okay.
Yes. And those who are not in pods are also beamed on board the ship of the military of our factions.
Right.
And they bring them on the station afterwards.
Okay.
Beaming is the best way.
So question, what can we do? Is there anything that we can do to help these children?
You can only help your children or your people.
Yeah.
And see with your services how you can do. And help. Contact your governments and ask what you can do.
Okay. All right.
There are associations and groups, I think, who know how to do this. Make your researches, I do not know.
Okay. So the next question is, are you guys using what we call medical beds to help these children at all? Or you guys don't need that technology? That's more like for us.
Well, they first are kept in their pods and then transferred into other pods that we feed with the gel they need to be completely cleansed and rehabilitated with breathable material. Then they can transfer their system into breathable air. And then they are kept once they're out of the pods on, yes, it is assimilated to medical beds. It is tables or bed, as you call them, with all the equipment necessary to maintain the being healthy and heal it, with different devices all around.
Wow, wonderful. So what happens, these children that are all deformed, they still fit in these beds, right? They don't necessarily need a different kind of bed.
We all have a standard bed with different equipment regarding to the race we are treating. But the structure of the beds are the same. Equipment is different.
Okay. What type of implants have you encountered and how did you go about removing or altering them?
We remove the implants when they are in the second gel, while they are not yet totally conscious, because we never know how they are going to cope as long as we haven't removed all the implants. Because some trackers are not only tracker signals. They don't need tracker signals. Tracker signals are very rare. It is when they need to transfer them from a facility to another facility, so they chip them. But most of the time, their implants are health monitors. And these health monitors, many of them, maintains them alive, maintains certain functions and organs in their body alive. Removing them is not a good idea, always. So we need to study all the possibilities for each of them with this implant. How can we remove them? Why do we need to leave them? And if we leave them, how can we stabilize them and shift them into something safe? Right. I told you there is a lot of work.
Yes, there is a lot of work. Absolutely. The next question is, so do you happen to know anything about the choice of incarnating as a hybrid child?
I do not know about that.
Yeah, I didn't think you would. Okay. So the next question is, do you know of the incubator babies and orphanages of the past? Were they part of the human trafficking?
I do not understand this question.
Yeah, I'm not sure I do either, but I think what they're talking about is in the past, the orphanages, and I think that's not on the past anymore. I think that still happens, that there's orphanages that that we have here, and uh, and that if they were part of the human trafficking that was happening with the children.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Orphanages. Oh, absolutely. The first source of abductions.
yeah,
Of course.
yeah. Okay,
No traces.
yeah. Thank you, Angelo, for your donation. We appreciate it. Thank you
What
so
are they
much.
donating, these people?
They're donating money.
Oh, how generous.
Yes, very generous. Um, okay, so let me go back and see if I can find uh, some questions for you, Myrah. Um, so, something that comes to mind that worries me is um, how do you think that the new administration in the United States will affect the current um, this whole massive work of healing and bringing and taking everything from the underground? Do you think that's gonna stop it, or what do you think's gonna happen? Your opinion, not what what the Galactic Federation is doing, but what is your opinion? Do you think that this administration will affect that?
I think our task cannot be interrupted by a
Okay.
bunch of few people from Terra. We have started this operation, and it is running since a long time now, and it is nearly complete, and all will be well. I am not authorized to tell you anything else.
Okay.
I am watched by my favorite blondie. He's very tired. I'm talking about Thorhan.
Yes.
He's watching what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He knows I am not going to delegate anything. He's doing a lot of work, He doesn't tell you everything he does. Even Elena doesn't know. I know. He's very brave.
Yes. Yes, for sure. We
I
know
love
that.
him very much.
Yes, so do we. So do we. We know he's doing a lot of work. And I know you guys are extending yourselves so much to help us during this time of growth for the planet. And we're so very grateful. Words just can't really explain how much we are grateful for what you guys are doing.
This
And
is touching my heart, and he's hearing this too. And he's
good.
feeling grateful. I know I feel it from his heart.
Oh, well, I'm glad. At least it's the least I can do for everything that you both do for us. You and everybody else, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We do not do this to seek for recognition and gratitude, but sometimes when we hear nice, gentle words, it really is good for the heart. We do our
Yes.
duty. We do what our heart tells us to do, what is right. We have the choice. We follow orders, but of our free will. We follow orders not because we are bound to a hierarchy. We can leave at any time. We can say no. We follow orders because those who give orders know how to organize. They have the task to organize different people. This is what a hierarchy is for. They are guides. Arden
Right.
is the guide for Thorhan and all the troops. And Lauren on my station is the guide for all the scientific workers. He organizes the work, and they have responsibilities. It is very difficult for them. So we follow orders with love, because we love those who follow orders, because we respect them, because they organize the work practically, and efficiently. And we respect this and honor this. Without our superiors, the work would be very disorganized and not efficient at all. Someone has to do the job, organize for everyone, and it is not easy task. So I wanted to say that, and these people have merit, as much as those who die in the undergrounds of your planet.
Yes. Yes. So many.
Yes, this is very sad.
So many. So, Myrah, what would you tell the people of Earth now that we have well, we think we have a new administration, that's yet to be seen, but what would you say to them right now to help them with hope?
Trust that things are moving, always. Trust that the near future is free. Trust in the work we do for you. And trust that the universe is providing a safe future. You can manifest what you want to do, the world in which you can live. The only way is to refuse to be controlled, to refuse your mind to receive what you call fear, the worst thing of all. Fear disables your power. So I would advise everyone to shine their positivity, their light more than ever, because it is now. Now when you shift towards your good future, it doesn't look as you wish so, but all is for a reason. Trust the plan. Trust is the word I would say to you all. It is difficult to talk when things need not to be said for a certain strategy.
Right. Yes. No, and I understand. And I don't want to get you in trouble like we've done in the past where you got in trouble. So we don't want to do that because we want to make sure that you come back to talk to us. Um, so, um, um, so that's it. We are done for today. I am so very grateful for having you here again and talking to you. I know that we're going to have a conversation with Shaya, Thorin's sister,
Yes.
coming up, and we, and I want to let everybody know that that conversation is going to be in Patreon. But if you want to be part of that conversation, you'll probably have to join before February 1st. So, because the conversation will happen after February. So you got to join Patreon before February 1st if you want to be part of the Myrah Shaya channeling that's going to happen in there. So, Myrah, we love you. Thank you so much.
I love you too, and I hope I haven't responded to the questions satisfactorily, and I send you all my love. I was so glad to talk with you all, and I hope to talk to you again soon.
Yes.
Well, when Shaya will come back, I will talk to you soon, because this is going to be amusing. I like
Yes. Yes, and we can talk about Thorhan, and he's not allowed to be there, like watching you guys. No.
He's very scared.
It's all girl stuff.
He's very scared. Oh, he's scared. He rolled his eyes.
So we'll have a lot of fun.
He says we need to cut now. He's going to disconnect me, so I say you goodbye.
Okay, goodbye.
He's disconnecting. Gosh, this was a harsh disconnection, Doran.
Oh, yeah?
It just switched her off.
Ah. I touched a nerve, huh?
Gosh, that was brutal. Yes, I'm good.
Well, you give him a piece of your mind when we're done here.
Oh, that was nice because I love her energy, and at the end when it was time to go, she's connected the half part of my body, so the implant just takes over the upper part of my body, and just here, and so at the end, Doran just moved. He was at her right, and he moved behind her to go on the left to, I don't know, switch off kind of a device monitor, and passing behind her, he did that to her shoulders, like a little quick massage, like well done, like something affectionate, and I felt it. that was nice. He did like well done, affectionate, like, and
Wow.
like well done, and I.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
no, it was awesome. Yeah.
So not only is she connected to you, you're connected to her then.
Yes, I can read her mind if I want. Yes, it's a telepathic connection. It's more than telepathic. These implants are something quite very impressive because they can control your body. That's why receiving nano trackers or implant in your body is very dangerous, because if they connected to a machine that can do that, they can use these implants to tune into any frequency that can manipulate you like a puppet.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why we must avoid to be chipped, because then once we have a receptor in our body, they can malevolent people can just connect this device to anything. So yeah.
Wow.
So yes, that's it. Yeah, that's a technology we never think about that, but the channelings are there to channelings are different from for instance spirit possession. The person is really in your body. Channeling, it's a remote connection, especially using implants. It's a remote connection, and remotely a person is going to borrow your body, but remotely. It's not really be in it, it's manipulating it, using it at distance. It's like quantum. It's difficult to explain, but it's like if she's in me and I can feel her, I can feel what she feels, but she's not here, she's distant. It's
Wow.
difficult. Scientists could explain it with better words, especially when it's not my mother language, but yeah. So that's it.
Amazing.
So that's it.
Amazing.
It's lucky. Yeah.
Oh,
So
well,
here we go.
yes, very exciting. And a hard conversation to have,
Yes.
but a hopeful one in a way,
Yes.
and
Yes.
seeing, what it shows? It really shows all the work they're doing
Yes.
more in detail.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing.
Yes, we need to have more recognition for all the work they do, because they have reasons to do things the way they do, and we need to trust their reasons, honestly. We sometimes we are like children having a tantrum. I want to see spaceship. Well, it's more than that. I mean, they have their reasons. And we are at war, and it's the greatest war. It's the final battle of our times, and it's not over. But they are filled with so much confidence, and I still myself don't have all the elements, and I'm very impressed, astonished by their confidence. That gives me hope. That gives
Exactly.
me,
Exactly.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll see, and we just do our work.
Exactly. It's time to do the work, right? Which is
Now
stay
more
in a
than
high
ever.
vibration, shine your light. Just stop the fighting and the trying to be correct, and just love. Just let's just do love, okay? And we will just wait for the right things to happen. Of course, stand up for your rights and clearly state you're sovereign. You are a sovereign being, and you will not stand for vaccines or to be chipped or whatever else. So make sure that you state that clear. All right. Well, we thankful, Elena, for everything.
Thanks to you, Elisa, so much. And see you next Thursday.
Okay.
7 p.m.
Okay.
Bye,
Sounds
everyone.
good. Bye, everybody. We love you.